Okay. I'll.
Current design, there's minutes. Infrastructure this would be on the curve.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. We will convene the public meeting of the Southwest Indiana Regional Development Authority. I'm Beth McFadden for County's. Other members that are present in person, Evan Beck, Jenna Ricard, and Jason is here. Jim Ryan is on the phone. So we will be taking roll call votes this morning for that purpose. So thank you. Excuse me. For your time this morning. So with that, we will call the meeting to order. The secretary's minutes from the last meeting were emailed to the members. Is there a motion?
There's a motion for approval of the minutes.
Second.
Motion made by Evan, second by Jason. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, roll call. Evan?
Aye.
Jenna?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
I vote yes, the minutes have been approved. Financial report, did I see?
We will have, due to pulling the meeting forward, we'll have to report on 2 months in March RDA.
Okay. So we will show no financial report for action today. If there's any questions, once you get that, they'll send it out before the next meeting. If you have questions, be sure to get with Zach before that meeting. So for new business, at the last meeting, we had a presentation by Ice Miller concerning some economic development work that they could do in partnership with the RDA. And you have received the proposed engagement letter for that. That is a cost of $52,500 for that. And so Ashley, you want to give us a high level?
Yes, again, this is just more of an advocacy strategy, really to strengthen and or create new revenue streams, really helping partner between the RDA as well as the IEC, and also just really kind of think about the other transformative projects within our region, how we can grow that, and again, how we can strengthen the wonderful work that the RDA is already doing in our community and our region. So really just creating that partnership here. And again, it's a 6-month contract starting March 1st through the end of August. The monthly fee is $8,750, so that totals up to $52,500. But if there's any other questions, feel free to let me know.
And that was a presentation during
Yes.
our meeting at the last meeting. So I know there were questions and considerations given at that time, but if there's any other questions from the RDA concerning that, if not, we would like to take action on that this morning.
A motion for approval of the Ice Miller engagement letter.
Second.
Okay, with a motion by Evan, the second by Jenna. Any other questions on that? And the funds from this, we have the funds within Ready.
Within Ready One, we'll utilize the funds again with downtown Evansville Riverfront being able, because that is also a project that aligns with helping to kind of strengthen a funding strategy, allocation strategy, and being able to further that. So with a lot of the sub-consultants coming in under for downtown Riverfront, we have some funds to be able to support this initiative.
Okay. But as a reminder, the services provided would be on a regional basis.
Exactly, yes.
Any other questions? If not, we will have a motion in a second. So roll call vote. Evan?
Aye.
Jenna?
Yes.
Jason?
Aye.
Jim?
Yes.
And I vote yes. So we have a partner.
Yeah.
I think that it helps. That's gonna take us to that next level, I hope. With the RDA. Longevity. The next item we have, at the last meeting, we also heard a potential revision on the life science site development, what we would commonly refer to as Project 208.
Yes, correct. So again, life science student housing, we're really kind of looking at that project just because of a lot of the issues that, seen and foreseen, being able to utilize those funds, kind of taking that project down, to 1.5, really looking at the reduction of $241,554 and being able to reallocate those funds to two different projects. But this really secures life science site development now, making sure that the parking lot is set up, the building is secure, and really getting it, ready for further development for the future.
I do have a meeting with Dr. Becker later today, so there's, there is ongoing desires to do something. Additional work there, projects there.
We also have a memo, just stating to the IEDC, the reasoning as well as the reduction of funds, and then the memo for the new project, or actually the reallocation to the 100,000 for UOB.
And again, there was no way for them, they have stated no way for them to complete their project in time.
I mean, really, it's a timing issue, and that those were ARPA funds, so,
Yes.
that is a hard federal, kind of tied to some federal funds and a hard deadline for that, so.
Yeah, they asked for an extension, I believe, a couple months ago, when they presented to, it's just not something that we could do. Stated for the ARPA funds, making sure that it's federal dollars. We have, a hard deadline. We talked about it a little bit before of, the end of September, being able to really disperse those funds out, so.
So we didn't say that for purposes of other people in the room, however,
But it is a public matter, so, yeah.
but that December deadline is a hard deadline for us. So there is a recommendation on the life science site development with a reduction in the original Ready One funds as presented and recommended by staff. And that has been fully vetted and explained and discussed with the Ready recipient as well, correct?
The recommended Ready Award would be reduced to 2.3, so $2,302,750.
$715.
$750.
So,
And what was the original? 5.
Okay, is there a motion?
Motion for approval of item D 208 life science site development.
Second.
A motion by Evan, second by Jason, for the recommendation of the funding to be reduced to $2,302,715 for project 208. Any further questions or discussion on this? Hearing none, we'll take a roll call vote. Evan,
Yes.
Jenna,
Yes.
Jason,
Aye.
Jim,
Yes.
and I vote yes. So we'll show that project has been realigned at that level. And which leads us to item E on the agenda, which was project 506, the University of Evansville Mental Health Project, which was a Ready One project. And the request to move of that reallocated money from project 208, $100,000 of that reallocated money to project 506 for youth mental health. And can you tell us a little bit what they're gonna do with that?
Yes, this kind of continues the program that they already had. This brings their total award up to $850,000. So the initial Ready Award was $750,000. This really helps support supervising physicians, clinic director, clinic physician assistant, as well as the clinic coordinator. So really just continuing the project that they were doing. They could utilize the additional funds to continue that project further. It looks like the original award was, around February, March, and so they'll be able to extend the program.
And utilization of that program has been
Successful.
successful,
Mhm.
correct?
Yes.
Any other questions? Not, I would entertain a motion with regard to the reallocation of $100,000.
Motion to approve E 506, using mental health.
I have a motion by Jenna,
Second.
second by Evan. Any other questions? Hearing none, we'll have a roll call vote. Jason,
Yes.
Jenna,
Yes.
Evan,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
and I vote yes, so. They've reallocated $100,000 of that, and then we have a presentation this morning on another project, a new project for Ready One. Kind of interesting, bringing a new project for Ready One with a deadline of 12/31/26, Poet Square. And we have Wayne Kinney and Sarah, I'm sorry, I don't know your Karen. Okay, so here to make just a brief presentation.
Obviously, 208 and whatever the UAV project was, this is the, I think, balance of that. We did, so first of all, I'd like to thank the RDA for Ready One. We got an allocation to do 144 apartments in Princeton. Those are done. We got an allocation for Ready Two, and those are done. Had ribbon cutting last 2 or 3 weeks ago with the governor in town. And Jason, Lloyd, and Josh were there, and I think that project served Princeton well. And so then Josh called us about Christmas time, said, hey, there may be a chance, there might be a chance, and so that's why we're here basically today. We're gonna take the design of what you guys saw in Princeton. We don't have plans to show you. We're not there yet. We understand. I've heard 3 times, 12/31's a deadline. I know that deadline. But basically, if you look at the picture that's up on the screen, in upper left-hand side of that, that is the North High School men's baseball third baseline. So you're right out behind North High School. We're on a road called Peck Road. To the right of that would be Baseline Road, and to the left of that would be Old State Road. About maybe 3/8 of a mile at the top of the screen would be Highway 41. So right across the street from that would be Azteca. So that's kind of geographically where you're at there. The bottom half of that slide, the area in green is the area that will be affected. There's a road that goes into a Poet Square subdivision right now. The area on the left and right are zoned appropriately for multifamily apartments. There will be no rezoning. That's the only reason this project could get off the ground is.
Yeah, so.
My pain. And so the building on the left-hand side, as we're looking at that, will be 42 one-bedroom apartments. To the right will be 2 and 3 bedrooms. There'll be 36 building for a total of 78 units there. The rest of the subdivision down at the very bottom, we own that. And like the vacant ground that you see there are building lots. We have been building lots in there for 6 or 7 years. We always thought we would put probably condos in the green area there. We can't get that done in time, so we're just going to pull with two buildings. And then, so that's that slide. This is just the budget. We've got the budget put together, basically, from a capital stack, $2 million down payment. We'll have 7.35 will be a loan. Ready funds of 1.4. Vanderbilt County will put $250,000 of TIF funds in there. And the total project will be $11 million. Also, then putting those down at the bottom is this afternoon, the Vanderbilt County Council will meet to look on tax phase-in for the 1-to-1 match that is required with Ready One. And they're proposing $1,346,000 over a 10-year phase-in of taxes, tax abatement. The next slide is basically, this is the you know, I would anticipate the question is how will you get this project done by 12/31? I asked myself
Yeah.
that question. This is the timeline. You guys are line 3 or 4 or 5, the 7:30 meeting this morning, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock this afternoon, we meet with county council. You know, there's a 10-day notice to publish, because we have to bid this project because of the ARPA funds and stuff. We're advertising on the 9th to pick up plans that aren't done yet, but it takes 10 days to get it in the paper. So, you know, you just gotta build the project that way. And, you know, we will be moving dirt, literally 20 days. On February 24th, we'll start excavation. We still will not have, building permits yet. And then we'll start foundation work basically March 20th. We'll pray for no rain on Tuesday and Wednesday. The wife's holiday. Next slide. This is the bedroom mix. On the left-hand side there, you'll see that bedrooms are large because we anticipate a lot of these people will be working from home. So we've increased all of our apartment sizes, probably 150 square feet, just because of the work from home option people are doing now. So there'll be 42 one-bedrooms, there'll be 32 bedrooms, and there'll be 6 3-bedrooms. So that was our 5-minute presentation. Questions, concerns, what do we have?
Our concerns are probably the same as yours. Good weather and quick permitting process.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, those two.
We think the APC will take 4 weeks to get through. That's typical. That's our first rendition. This did not have trees in the picture. We obviously not have trees in the picture. That's the kind of stuff that we'll get hung up on the APC. State permits will be fairly easy. And we can't, like this meeting, it had to happen this morning, you know, this afternoon's meeting has to happen. So it is a tight time, but we'll get it done.
Well, and you know, one of the reasons why you're here is because you've been a very successful partner with the RDA on other projects. And so that's a high value for us. It truly is. So we appreciate your interest and your ability to be, as they say, we use this word too often now, but we're very nimble. And we appreciate your willingness and ability to do that.
Thank you. Other questions?
Your occupancies in Gibson County, are those?
Slower than I would have liked. We have 248 apartments. We're 165 right now. This is not prime time. Getting this done in December will not be prime time to look this up either. It's just, you know, the moms, I say moms, they make the decision on where the family lives. They'll come out in April and May. We think the occupancy will be fine in Gibson County. So, you know, just education, the rents up there are probably $300 less than they would be in Vanderbilt County, just because the population we're serving. It's been a good, very good project.
Questions from the RDA members? Is Jim still on with us?
Jim is still with us.
Okay. Any questions, Jim? Okay. So thank you for the information and for that. And so this is also on our agenda because it is a tight timeline. This is on our agenda for action item as well. If there is a motion with regard to an allocation of $1.4 million in Ready One funds to the project entitled Poet Square.
Motion to approve Poet Square project as proposed.
Second.
I made a motion by Jason, seconded by Evan. Any questions? Hearing none, we'll take a roll call vote. Evan,
Aye.
Jenna?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
And I vote yes. So congratulations. You're now partner with us again.
That's very much.
Check that off your today's list AM.
Four.
So. So you're welcome to stay for the rest of our meeting, or you're welcome.
Greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
See you.
I see.
Ready 2.0 amended sub-grantee agreement.
So this is just informational. We just went back through of really looking at how the claim voucher is submitted into the grant management tool, the GMT, how it, goes back and forth with the project. So we worked with Seth and Mike and making sure that that aligned correctly with some of the corrections that with federal funding in Ready 1 and state funding in Ready 2, and making sure that everything aligns. So we just have amended separate to agree with that.
So that's just informational that we will. For your information, but we do have some sub-grantee agreements for Ready 1 and Ready 2.0 for action, authorizing the signature of sub-grantee agreements for Project 301 to Princeton YMCA, the amended agreement with that. And Ready 2.0 Franklin Street Lofts, the District Phase 2, Farmington Ridge, the Hub 127, the Nest at Red Bank, and Posey County Housing Expansion. Does anyone have any questions about any of those? And are you okay if we take those all as one motion?
That'd be great.
Is there a motion to approve the sub-grantee agreements with those entities listed?
Motion for approval.
Second. Got a motion and a second, motion by Evan, seconded by Jenna. Any questions? Hearing none. Roll call, sorry. Evan,
Aye.
Jenna? Yes. Jason?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
And I vote yes. So we will execute those agreements after the meeting. And you wanna explain an amended claim voucher?
Yes, we do have an amended claim voucher for project 502 USI nursing expansion. The approved amount was $142,356.32. The amended amount due to FICA, other benefits, and some payroll discrepancy, it's $142,116.32. We also, within the packet, we included kind of just a brief overview of the back and forth that we went through with EY and Boyd, just to, so everybody's aware of the extra or the less.
And then we have claim vouchers for approval. Does anyone have any conflicts with any of the 4 claim vouchers? If not,
For Ready 1, we have an admin fee for the month of December of 25 and January of 26 in the amount of $52,000. Project 210 Mount Vernon Land Acquisition, Claim 7 in the amount of $73,210. Downtown Evansville Riverfront, Project 602, Claim 20 for $266,864. And then Project 810 for Ready 2.0, the District Phase 2, Claim number 3 is $283,948.32.
is there a motion to approve the funds as presented?
Okay.
Okay, we got a motion by Jason, second by Jenna. Any questions on any of the claims? If not, we'll have roll call votes. Evan,
Yay.
Jenna? Yes. Jason?
Yes.
Jim? I vote yes, claims have been approved. And we'll.
So Ready 1 project summary, we are 79% drawn on our Ready 1 funds. That totals to 37,300,000. So that are claimed. We are actively working on closeout phase in about, I think, 13 projects, something like that, 11. I always get those of like 11 projects. We have 13 projects in closeout. So we are continuing to work with the IEDC as well as the project owners and what information and documentation is needed for a closeout. So we'll see the red get larger as we go throughout the year.
An update on one of these projects. I met with John Anderson regarding the Carvis Law building yesterday. And most of the new windows that look like the actual original windows, not even the ones that we were familiar with, but going back further, are in, and they have begun framing on 2 of the floors inside. They pulled up all those wood floors that were in there, if you've ever been in that building, and sent them out to be reclaimed and then put a fireproof layer in between the 2 floors. So moving right along up there, artisans.
Ready to, project summary, $3.8 million claimed, 0.09% drawn, so we are looking, of course, signed those sub-grantee agreements as well as getting the projects within compliance that aren't, and getting them ready for their first claims. So we'll see those numbers increase. Any questions on any of the projects or more ready 1 or 2?
With today's action, I feel pretty confident with projects moving forward, so. Anything else? Staff? Anything from the RDA members? Nothing. Everybody's quiet.
Looks like I've been given clearance for a late September meeting.
So the September meeting, I think, was going to be moved for the 28th. February, I'm sorry, September 28th, 7:30 a.m. on Monday morning.
So what's on the screen in front of us is amended to show Wednesday, or excuse me, Monday, September, what day is it?
September 28th,
28th instead of September 9th for the record.
and then we'll just have to send out an amended minutes. So, as we said. dinner.
Did you get that?
The 28th is 17th.
Yes.
Yeah, all set there.
Okay, thanks.
Right,
Thanks.
anything else? Good,
Second.
Yes.
all in favor, yes, yes.
Okay, Jim, we're adjourned. Take care.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering. So,